Hey everybody, welcome back to this Yokomo SD9 Sport Kit series. Today we're going to be working on the solid axle assembly and the ball differential assembly. Let's get started. So bag 2 is actually the ball differential. And it may look like it's assembled here already, but it's actually asking you to flip the page and rebuild it because there's some white grease that's on the gear that we need to clean off, and then they're asking you to rebuild it. So we're going to do that. And then the solid axle assembly, pretty straightforward, and that happens to be bag 14. So let's start working on that first. Okay, so for this I'm going to use my hobby screwdriver. Let's see how small the screws are. Oh yeah, okay, I'm gonna have to use this one. All right, let's put that aside. Let's take a look here. So we're gonna turn it this way with the longer side, like that. And then the gear facing outward. Gonna slip it on and then find the 3 holes that align. All right, and that's what it's going to look like. And you know what? You're going to need to have a set of hobby screwdrivers for this. I don't think any regular size screwdriver can fit in here. You're pretty close to the outdrive here. So I'm using this kit right here from ORIA, and I'll put a link in the description below. Okay, so after those 3 screws go on, what's next is there's going to be a shim and then a bearing, and that's for both sides. And it's not in this bag. Again, it's kind of confusing. It's in bag 2. So let's go ahead and put the shim in. And then the bearing. Same with the other side. First the shim, and then the bearing. All right, and then we're going to drop this outdrive ring. Okay, so that ring only needs to come up to this groove right here. You don't need to go all the way to the bearing. Just make sure of that. And then we're going to do the same on this side. And it's going to look just like that. Let's work on the ball diff. Okay, so there's a lockout nut on one side. I don't know if you can see that. There's a nut on the short side. On the long side, there's a hex screw in there. So everything's taken apart. So for these pieces that has this white grease on it and is plastic, I'm just going to wipe it off. So these 3 pieces will be fine. Oh, by the way, the diff balls are here. I use the magnet to get them out. I need to get all that gunk off as well. So everything that is metal, non-plastic, I'm actually going to soak it in nitro fluid. And I'm just going to let that soak for about 20 minutes while I wipe those off. Okay. After 20 minutes in the nitro fluid, I took everything out, dried them off, and I put them in the same order as before. I put the thrust balls right there. Now, I took a closer look at this, and I realized that we need Diff Lube, and Diff Lube is actually different from black grease. Diff Lube is a silicone-based lubricant that helps with the ball bearings. So I'm going to go ahead and restart building this. Okay, we're going to start with the cap screw, the diff spring, and then one of the thrust washers, and then I need to line up 8 of these thrust balls. Okay, I have the top joint right here, and I have the washer, the shiny side facing up. I do need to key this onto there like that. Then I'm going to flip the gear over it. So to keep it in place, I'm just going to put just a little bit of black grease, kind of use it as glue, just like I did with the thrust balls. And okay, that looks like it's going to hold. Okay, now I'm going to push this down. Up. All right. And it should go all the way up and flush. Okay. So we're supposed to hold both ends of the ball diff here and then try to spin this gear. And it needs to be tight enough so that it cannot be spun by hand. So I'm going to keep turning this. And I think that's pretty good. All right. Now that we have successfully rebuilt this, we're going to go ahead and finish it up. So long side is this way. So when you're done, you're going to have 2 of these. They look almost identical. The one with the ball bearings are in this one. This plate is sealed. And the solid axle has screws. So that's how you tell the difference between these two. So with that, we're going to end today's video right here. We built the solid axle and we also built the ball differential. This was quite a difficult step. A lot of complicated small pieces, small parts that we need to put together. But we got it done. Again, I am going to rebuild this at a later time with the Diff Lube, probably in a day or 2 after I go to the hobby shop. So make sure if you're starting this step right here, you have some Diff Lube already, okay? Thanks for watching this. If you got anything out of it, please drop me a like. Subscribe for more videos like this one, and I'll see you guys in the next video.